Hello everyone, and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, and another one in this series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography of the Beatles. And today I have arrived at their 6th album. I'm obviously talking about this one, Rubber Soul. And in my imagination, or when I began to listen to the Beatles some years ago, I always had the feeling that for me this was the beginning of a new era. I'm not sure why I thought that, because somehow I thought that the Beatles' writing became more diverse, and indeed it does become more diverse. But when you take a look at something like Help, especially when you look at it in chronological order, big steps have already been taken. Nevertheless, Rubber Soul takes it further. It takes it even further. The songwriting, the sound. I mean, what they're doing in the studio with George Martin, it is just incredible. Let's take a closer look at the track list. Because this one, it's magic. Really, I think this record is magic. Drive My Car, I think that's one hell of a banger. It's a beautiful, powerful song. I really like the lyrics as well. I really like the element of the dream of becoming famous, and you can drive my car. It's not there is this element in rock and roll music that you have these car driving songs, which are pretty American, But the British, these guys, nah, you can drive my car. I like that idea. I really like that idea. Then the second song, Norwegian Wood, which has been one of my early favorite Beatles songs. I think it's a beautiful story. I really like the sitar on there. George Harrison is playing the sitar, and it gives it a certain air. I wouldn't immediately call it like an Indian song, but it has a certain air. It has a certain forest-like quality. Yeah, of course, the song Norwegian Wood, The Bird Has Flown is the extra title. How do you say that if it's... I really like the way John Lennon is singing it. It has a certain intimacy in it. I really like it. You Won't See Me. Beautiful, beautiful song. Great song. Nowhere Man. I think Nowhere Man is a quite an accomplishment. He's a real Nowhere Man sitting in. And I believe that there have been certain different theories about this song. Is it about Paul McCartney? Is it about John Lennon himself? If you take a look at his current state at that time of his relationship, of his life, John Lennon was constantly, he was a fragile soul. He was a searching soul somewhat. And it might pretty well be about him, Nowhere Man. Great song. First 4 songs, great. Think for yourselves, cause I won't be there with you. Melodically, it's so good. Ba 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 ba. Love the bass. Such a great bass on Think for Yourself. Then the 6th song, The Word. Say the word and you'll be free. Love the melody. Such a great tune. It's incredible. And then to end it off with Michelle. And I think Michelle is one of the craftiest Paul McCartney songs. Very intimate. I love the bass. And the way it's sung. The French element. You can't go wrong with putting French lyrics in an English song. But he just does it so good. And then it's first side. I'm just only just talking about the first side. It is so good. Then side 2, What Goes On. I like What Goes On. It's an okay, so more than okay. Then Girl, which is one of my favorite Beatles songs. Seriously, it's so good. The melody, the way it starts off. It immediately has this moment of force. Is there anybody going to listen to my story? It just, for a ballad, it just pushes itself in, which is rather uncommon. And the intensity of John Lennon on a song that is further beautiful, slow, and intimate. It's a song of pain, and that pretty much categorizes the album. Not that these songs are of pain, but there is a dissonance in them. Girl has a cheer, a romance to it, but it basically is a story of pain, and I think that is so layered. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Rubber Soul. There are the layers in lyric, in meaning. They become so much bigger on Rubber Soul. I love it. I'm Looking Through You is a nice tune. Nice tune. The shouting of the or the yelling of Paul, I really like that. And then you get In My Life. There are places I remember all my life. Sorry that I'm constantly singing, but just when I see these titles, I immediately, the tunes just hop onto you. It's so good. And then the beautiful piano. It has this classical sounding element. It says that it's George Martin on the piano. I mean, especially with an album like this, you cannot understate the value of George Martin. I'm also noticing it when you watch the Let It Be or the Get Back documentary. Even when he's not producing, he's constantly looking at the Beatles, and you see him thinking, well, what can we make of that? What can we do? I mean, he constantly brings it to the new level sound wise. It's really impressive, and him being here, him leading these sessions, it adds. I mean, I don't think that we understand how much he added. In My Life, Wait, a good tune. Then If I Needed Someone, also a good song, and to end it off with Run for Your Life, which I said it in the Helps video. If I catch you with another man, that'd be the end of ya, little girl. I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. Yeah. It reminds me of Where Did You Sleep Last Night by Lead Belly. Lead Belly singing my girl, don't lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I'll shiver the whole night through. And then you have the lines. Her husband was a hard-working man just about a mile from here. His head was found in the driving wheel, but his body never was found. I mean, this guy's threatening someone through a song. And, well, the difference between Lead Belly and John Lennon is Lead Belly did jail time for murder. John Lennon never did that, but he was a man with an anger issue, so Run for Your Life has... yeah. I always had that idea, by the way, from why do you have to threaten that girl? But, yeah. Great record. Interesting song. Great songs. I really love Rubber Soul. And, I think this is amongst their best. It is among their best, but Beatles' best is a huge pile. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video, in which I'll be talking about Revolver.